Hello everyone, I finally have a new figure review for you, and this is going to be a super kawaii review. It is going to be of the Nendoroid form of Tsukiko Tsutsukakushi from the Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat. I already did a review on her 1/8 scale figure by Kotobukiya, so you already know that I adore Tsukiko. Or if you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. I will put the link in the description box below. Anyway, as you know, Tsukiko is an absolutely adorable character, so she translated perfectly into Nendoroid form. It is probably one of the cutest Nendoroids that I own, so let's take a closer look at her. Tsukiko is Nendoroid number 353, so she has the normal post-300 Nendoroid box. You've seen these before, I'm sure, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. I'm going to start with the Nendoroid itself this time, and what can I say? Tsukiko makes one of the most adorable Nendoroids ever. And it's actually really funny because I consider Tsukiko's Nendoroid to be my favorite one, yet I generally gravitate towards more detailed, elaborate Nendoroids, but Tsukiko is quite simple because she is just a schoolgirl and not a fantasy or action character. But with a face like this, you can't help but love this little Nendoroid, and it actually does have a decent amount of detail for what she is. Tsukiko's uniform has little green leaves on the collar, which are painted onto the Nendoroid, which I think is awesome. And then in addition to normal Nendoroid articulation, her little ponytail does swivel on a tiny ball joint that does pop off, although I'd never want her without her darling pony. Tsukiko comes with 2 faceplates, despite the fact that she is quote-unquote expressionless. And the first one is this bright, wide-eyed, opened mouth expression. And the second one is my personal favorite. It is super cute. It is this really blank stare while chewing face. 'Cause if you've watched the anime, you know Tsukiko loves to eat. And speaking of eating, she is obviously going to come with some food accessories. She comes with an arm that is holding a plate of curry, as well as another arm holding a spoon to eat the curry with. And she also has an arm holding a meat bun with a bite taken out of it, and another arm holding a bag of more meat buns, which we see Tsukiko eating these quite frequently throughout the anime. And it is really funny how enormous that meat bun is compared to the ones in the bag. Then she has 2 bent arms with their hands in a fist, as well as a bent leg. And this is to make her look like she's hopping or skipping, and to do the super cute hands in fists under the face pose. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's a super cute pose. Then she has 2 more bent arms that are also bent at the wrists for her nyen pose, and I didn't get a picture of this pose, oh my goodness! And then there are also 2 arms meant for holding up her skirt, which I will get to in one moment. And this is the skirt piece I mentioned. It is a little lifted skirt that has a cattail attached, and this replicates an illustration of Tsukiko, and it is also the same skirt pose that the 1/8 scale figure has, so you can recreate the 1/8 scale figure's pose with the Nendoroid. And as you saw in that last shot, this Nendoroid comes with kitty ears, and these are also reminiscent of the ones on the 1/8 scale figure. The way they attach, though, is a little odd. There is a slot in the bottom of each one, and they are labeled left and right, and then they slide onto this thin plastic piece that comes in a little baggie in the Nendoroid box, so you do have to look for it. I forget exactly where it was, but you will need it to attach the ears to Tsukiko's head. And once you have the ears on this plastic piece, it just pinches between the front and back pieces of her hair, and they are held on like that. And that is actually all there is to this Nendoroid. She is an absolute cutie pie, and I recommend her to any Nendoroid collectors, fans of Tsukiko, or anyone that loves this adorable freaking face. She is so far my personal favorite Nendoroid, even above like my more detailed ones like Snowmiku 2013. There's just something about Tsukiko that I adore, and she's one of my favorite anime characters. So I hope you have enjoyed this review of her Nendoroid form, and will keep a lookout for my next video, which I will hopefully be able to get these figure reviews out a little quicker. But until next time, stay glamorous and stay geeky.